All right. People say that I always say all right very often when I start my videos, but that is not the case. I just want to take a look at this glorious, glorious game that I have in front of you. Pingu is a person who sent in a video before. He wanted to improve his play, and he even had it analyzed by other people online. So I really like that. But he and another person in the same game sent me this one. This is a very, very special game, I want you to realize, because A, it was random math, and B, it was random civ, but C, which I think is most important in Age of Empire, this is two sets of two brothers playing against each other just to pass the time, to have some fun, to engage with each other. And supposedly, Pingu is a little bit stronger than the others, but not by much. It's very, very evenly matched. And we have Pingu painting as the Malay. We have, oh, Mr. F. Evil Lord. Wow, that's some name. I really do like that name. And he's playing as my favorite color in the pink. He's also a lord. Must play in the pink. Lords play in the pink. And in the red, Batcher. I'm sorry, I don't quite know how to say the first part of your name, Batcher, but I am just going to call you Batcher or Red for simplicity's sake. And over here in the blue, we have oh oh Pablo Gusa. Pablo. Oh man, I'm sure the brothers are gonna get a huge kick out of that one. That I am incapable of pronouncing the red and blue team over here. Very very sorry about that. I am just going to call you blue, and I'm sorry, Batcher, but I think I'm gonna call you red. It is how it is. But he is playing as the Vietnamese, whereas red is playing as the Lithuanians, and F Evil Lord is also playing at the Lithuanians. Now, this is quite a nice map, and the reason that I say that is because you start with all of your resources at your base, but then you have this middle area in which you can contest relics, which is going to be very, very important as we have two Lithuanian players in this game. And in addition, there are some additional resources here, and it's how you're going to push your opponents, because the rest is all just beautiful, 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 beautiful. I think I'm stuck on repeat. Rainforest. Meanwhile, we do have a whole bunch on food for Pengu. Are there berries? There are berries. I wonder if he has scouted those. He has scouted those. Definitely recommend sending some villagers to berries. But overall, free on wood, very very good. Let's take a look at. Ooh, this is something that you gotta watch out for, Evil Lord. We're definitely trying to improve your gameplay, so don't take any criticism personally. But you want to build these houses a little bit further away. You have plenty of time to get those fields out. I know at the beginning you want to get those fields producing as fast as possible, but build them a little bit further away from your TC. Then you can add some farms in that space. But 2 on wood, not terrible. Definitely recommend a third one on wood for all the things that you want to do. But doesn't look horrible. And over here, very nice. We have 4 on wood, also not bad. I would recommend 3 or 4 on wood is totally fine. And red is nicely taking his boar. He's even taking llamas. You want to limit the amount of things that are being killed underneath your, and oof, that is not the best mill placement, red, but you know, it's amongst brothers. This is not going to be perfect, nor should we expect the Age of Empires to be perfect. Most important is that you're having fun. I do really like how Blue has pulled away his animals just so that those are not killed right away, and I also like how they structured their base. They're even starting to wall forward here. Oh no! Alligator kill. Does he have loom on these guys? No, he does not. Really unfortunate losing a bill. I was just complimenting Blue on his. What's he doing with this guy? You gonna do anything? Okay, scouting his opponent's base over here. And overall, most villagers are working. 4 on wood now, not terrible. I do not agree with getting gold in the Dark Age. I don't think that there is any need for it. I do like how he's making another wall over here to protect this wood line and protect this back area if there is some aggression that's going to come forward. This villager is now on the prowl, but oh no, Blue. Oh, just passing. Evil Lord is not that evil after all. I wonder what this village is doing over here. There are more villagers. Oh, there's another villager. I wonder if these are wall villagers or if they're going to try and sneak some sort of a building in. Once again, these people all know each other and they're just looking for some fun. And this 2 people sent this to me, so I know it's meaningful. And look at this. Look at all the scouts are conversing in this mid area. It does look like Blue lost some HP on his scout, but he has that villager alongside it. Also has loom now, so that is very nice. And the wall off is going to begin over here, and a second wall off back here. Very nice, just trying to keep this area safe. Meanwhile, both red and blue are up to feudal, and only evil Lord is up to feudal for the pink and green team, building a barracks. Very nice. And it looks like Tengu is trying to go fast castle, is taking these deer. Very nice. I do think that's a good idea, especially if they're so safe. If you want, you can learn how to push in deer. I'm not very good at pushing in deer. And look, I love this too so much. We have people from all over the world who play Age of Empires, who enjoy Age of Empires. And this is a neat little thing too. There's like 2 layers of walls being constructed over here. Meanwhile, there's 1, 2 layers of walls being constructed over here as well. Blue and red will definitely know if something is coming their way. Nobody's going to be able to get past here. Except for this purple scout, which is going to be cleared out, and green is over here as well. There's a lot at stake for these guys. Honor. I believe there was like a $2 million prize pool as well for this one. So the winners of this match get $1 million each. That would be in euros. So I really hope, Pengu, you can send me some of that money if you do end up winning. But I actually don't know who the winner is, or maybe I do. Maybe I just don't care. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe what matters is that we get to see a good game of Age. And it was sent by 2 players, and I believe they were on opposite sides of the field, but I could be mistaken on that factoid. And I like how Evil Lord is taking the deer as well. That is definitely close enough to his mill that is not too far of a walking distance. Doesn't even have to build a second mill. And it looks like everybody is now feudal. If you are going to go for a earlier feudal, I definitely recommend that you take advantage of that and maybe build some kind of military buildings to put pressure on your opponent, because I think Tengu definitely came ahead there a little bit if he went to feudal later, but now he's going to have a much easier time going faster castle. And all players seem to be booming up. We got eco upgrades going in, and ooh, red is actually producing militia from back here. That is nice. I would recommend that if you are going to go for some aggression, build that barracks. Like, you have all these walls. Why not build that barracks right here? You're going to be in your opponent's face in no time. Barracks being built over here as well, just in case you need some defense. It's good to realize that green and pink are completely open as red is attacking green over here. Get out of our base. This is our base. You can't be here. And even a spearman is coming forward to try and snipe that. Gets the hill advantage. Very nice. Is he going to be able to get that scout? Nope. Doink. And you gotta keep those TCs producing. I do see some idle time over here. Men at arms coming in, very nice. We have one militia on the field over here. And I really hope that we're going to see some sort of a push from red. If you're building military, we want to see aggression. If you want to boom, then boom. If you want to be aggressive, then be aggressive. And a lot of stone being collected from Pingu. Almost 400 stone in the bank. Can almost go to castle at this point. I wonder if he's going to try and secure that middle area with a castle. And look at this. Not one, not... Oh. I stand corrected. One stable, two stables, and a blacksmith. Not three stables. But definitely looks like some scouts are going to be coming out. Blue and red seems to be like they want to be aggressive in feudal, or they want a quick go castle and then be aggressive there. And should be able for Pingu to click up at this point. Let's check in on evil over here. And yeah, these houses are making these farms less efficient. It is something that you need to think about moving forward. And also, I do not agree with the placement of this blacksmith. Just put it next to your stable. The scouts and knights that you're producing will be able to get out. And blue is the first one to castle over here. Let's see how blue's resources are looking. Not bad at all. 36 pop. And is he building? I think he's going to go Night Rush. Ooh, that could actually be quite devastating. Although, getting Night upgrades as Vietnamese is not the best. But definitely just plopping in a couple of Knights. Once again, this is random civ, so maybe blue is just a Knight player. And that's what he likes to do. And it looks like Evil Lord is investing into Knight and Scouts. Meanwhile, we do have quite the boom going over here, and it looks like Pingu is going to reach Castle Age about the same time as blue. Meanwhile, what is red doing over here? Is red sending forward military? I don't see that man at arms anymore, but he is building a blacksmith and archery range, which is interesting. The Lithuanian player is going archers, whereas the Vietnamese player is going for, and look, there are the men at arms and the spear. I would really like to see red do what blue did, because now if you need to get reinforcements, there's no way you're gonna get reinforcements anytime soon. And we have reached the Castellos. I am saying that so wrong. I should have really learned more Spanish. And this army is over here. If you have the army, use it. And let's see if we get some night production from blue. Very interesting. I wonder if Pingu is going to send forward some bills to build a castle. We saw earlier that he did have the stone. If you have the stone, you want to spend it. This little hill, for example, could be very nice. It could be a nice choke point. And a monastery. Very, very nice. Although this should definitely be red, because red gets +1 attack for each one of these relics. So knowing your civs is definitely something that you want to work on. And oh man, that alligator is maybe going to deny that castle. I don't think so, but that blue scout could definitely come in and deny that. That's hilarious. A very casual castle being built. We have a TC going up over here. Achoo! I am sorry, and a whole bunch of scouts being built. Definitely want to upgrade those to light cap if you are Evil Lord. And I heard another TC. Yep, another TC on gold, another TC on wood. Very nice, very boomy from blue. Nothing wrong with that. They have that middle area secured. And red seems to be struggling a little bit. Is not up to castle even. Let's see what his resources are like. And look at that cube. He's going for AI army. He wants to contribute military, but he doesn't quite know which one to contribute. Well, if you are Lithuanians, you definitely want to go scouts. And that is the one building he doesn't have. So I'm kind of chuckling over here. He also could easily go castle with these resources. He just has to cancel some of that queue. But he wants to contribute. He wants to do something, which I really do. Like university being constructed. And look at this. Elephants. Oh, these elephants could definitely deny this castle. Now being constructed by 4. And come on. Stop this castle from going up. Get it. Oh, this castle could definitely be denied. Target the spearmen first, yes. And I like that red is here. If he had built those production buildings forward, he definitely would be able to produce a lot more over here. But it looks like for the time being, is this castle going to go up? It was so casually being built before, but now Pingu is losing a whole bunch of villagers. If they can just get these villas, the more villas that go down, the better it is for them. Oh no! The spearman is attacking the castle, and I think that castle is going to go up at this point, although they could easily snipe those 2 villagers. Snipe the villagers! No, don't attack the castle foundation! Attack the villagers! That castle is going up. That's very, very unfortunate. And oh, that monk just eats dirt there. Retreat! Retreat! Mangano being built. I wonder if they're going to go for a ramp push. If you do go for a... Aha! You're stuck. But this wall is going to be broken through. And now we have some predicaments for red and blue for sure. And red is not really able to contribute. And this may seem good because no matter what your opponent sends, you're going to be able to counter it. But really, you want to do one thing very, very, very strongly. That way, your counterpart, your teammate, can do the other one. So when I play with my brother, for example, he normally plays Cav civs, and I normally play archer civs. I go for infinite archers with Persians. I do that with a TC drop, or what I also like to do is go for Koreans and go for cheesy Tower Rush strat, but the Tower Rush is dead, so that's really quite unfortunate. I really want to make... Oh, and these monks are not cheap. Evil Lord is losing them for free, but it looks like this area is now... Yeah, and here are those 4 buildings that I was talking about before to hold this area, but I think it's too little. And looking at the overall team scores, it looks like green and pink are definitely ahead at this point. Let's take a little bit of a look at blue's base over here. We have 1, 2, 3 TCs all working, although you want to keep producing villagers so that you do get that eco lead. We only have 1 TC from red, and oh my... Red, I just want you to see this for a moment. What could you have done in this situation? You know what? I think by the end of this game, red is going to be the MVP. That is my prediction. And over here we do have a TC. And that's what I was saying before with this blacksmith. Come on! It choked that off. But a lot of scouts over here. And let's see over here. We have 1, 2 TC boom and another castle. This middle area is definitely well protected. Stealing those relics. Those relics are ours now. Villagers going down though. And this game is looking in the favor of Evil Lord and Pengu. I used to love watching Pengu as a kid, as a little bit of a side note. And this is where you want to, you don't want to send stuff in one by one, so Red's doing a good job with that. You definitely want to condense your army into a big group and then send them in all together. And I think this second wall was actually really smart because now your opponent has the control of this area and you are still able to make sure that they can't get into your eco. But if they do lose this area, which does look like it might happen, especially with all these elephants, and there's even a monk behind there to heal, What is blue contributing at this point? Supplies! He got supplies. Is he going to surprise with some spearmen? Definitely want to be making spearmen against elephants. Although elephants are super duper tanky. Oh man, this could be a short game for sure if these elephants get through. And I think he was just taking all of these relics. That would be very nice in the long run. No archers here, so can't really hold this off. And there's one hero. Look at this hero over here. He's like, I'm going in, guys. He's like, guys, you know you can just walk through the gate, right? And oh, cav archers. Okay, definitely want to keep these alive. You want to make a big ball of cav archers, and they're not going to do very much if you just lose them like this. Karambit warriors being produced from green. And oh man, this is looking disastrous. But a castle. Is this castle going to be up in time? Blue also doesn't have a whole lot of army, but if he does manage to stay alive, I think Blue's eco numbers are quite good. Yes, we have 66, and I think the majority of that is eco. And if you can get these walls up, there is still one patch over here, and green and purple are being distracted by the army that red sent forward. A noble sacrifice. They are like the Spartans in 300, and two castles will be very, very tough to push until Imperial Age does come in. And yep, what do you do now? Definitely don't want to throw away all of these elephants. Don't do it. Don't think there's murder holes. Oh no, don't let him in! Ooh, did let one Karambit in, but once this second castle goes up, that should stop this push, or at least halt it for the time being. Now, one thing that you could do is build rams to try and take down this castle. And I love how Rez's like, you know, 2 villagers. Now he's pulling 5 villagers to get this up. And once this goes up, that should be enough to stop this push. Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, over here, all these buildings are being taken down. Yeah, I definitely recommend taking down buildings. You can use rams in order to get rid of the buildings if you have conquered an area. That's one way that you can end games, is by building rams. And what's happening over here? Okay, we're just chopping some trees. Maybe want to refresh lumber camp. Stables going up for our Vietnamese player. Once again, that's not really their strong suit, but you know, do you. And this army was forced to retreat. A lot of those elephants were weak. Very nice to bring those back and heal them. But these skirmishers, they're not going to do anything. What are these villagers trying to do? Are they trying to build another castle, maybe forwards? And oof, that is rough. Those skirmishers are going to get wrecked. Oh, I don't think he realized that he clicked them. That is absolute wreckage. Now what you need to do is you need to go Imperial before your opponents, because you're at a choke point. This is like Black Forest Ghana style. If you have enough to push through the middle, you can probably win this game. Looks like green and pink or purple or whatever you want to call it are definitely in the driver's seat in this particular situation. But like I was saying, 80 pop versus 84 for green, and we have 83 and red. Oof, 38 pop, but is producing latest. Red is definitely one of the weaker players. No offense, Red. You definitely want to boom more and produce more. But you know what? Like I said, I think by the end of this, Red is going to be... Ooh, Imperial. Oh no. I really hope this doesn't turn into... Uh-oh, some smack talk over here. Some smack talk is occurring. I can only imagine that that means you are going down. Now let's look a little bit at the queues. These elephants do have +2/+1. These knights are basically fully upgraded. I think they even got relics. I do actually want to check something in... Oh, and trade has begun. Okay, if you are building trade, you want to put that as far away as possible, like maybe over in this corner, and have a nice straight path that doesn't go through any building right to green. So this is a very nice market over here. But I did want to see how many relics and where did they put the relics. Okay, 2 relics, and I imagine that green also has some relics. Okay, so one thing that you can do is your teammate is Lithuanians is you want to give him those relics. So with your monk, just bring that relic to his monastery and then allow him to put it in. He can even send you that gold back if need be. And oof, there is the choo-choo. This push could end this game right now. And look at Blue. Blue is over here. Blue is sneakily building up forces. And oh, no way! Blue, you are a hero. And these skirms are all going to get cleaned up. And I don't think they have realized quite yet. These skirms are all dead. And definitely want to take out more of these rams. But that was very, very nice play by Blue, and maybe you can even run these by into the eco because he knows he can't fight that. You want to split them up, you want to do as much damage as possible. Let me just get one of these light cav, +2, +2, definitely not bad. Split them up, send some over here, send some over there. And wow, I am impressed that Blue got in and he is going to be doing some damage. Oh, slight problems there, and already villagers have fallen to this. More kills are going to occur. Wow, Blue stepping it up for his team. Sees a lot of unprotected villagers, and you don't fight the army, you just kill as many in idle time as well. Just kill as many vills as you possibly can. Very nice low attack there. Look at the number of villagers that just went down. Wow, only 74 pop, and we saw moments ago that he was at 80, but oh my goodness, this is going to get cleared up again. Meanwhile, this very, very strong, very, very well protected. Do really, really like that double castle there. And now this should get cleared up without too many problems. Lithuanian player going for knights, very smart decision. Is not up yet. Blue is up to Imperial in the meantime. And Red isn't even producing anything. Come on, Red. I believe in you. I know you can do this. But that being said, he does have a nice little army over here, little cluster. And we have Rattan archers. Okay, so Blue does know that Rattans, especially if he gets these to be elite Rattans, that could be really, really good. Another castle going up. I don't think that is necessary. I mean, it can be if you can place your trebs here and then safely knock down their castle. I definitely would recommend if you are Imperial Age. Oh, another castle. Wow. Quadruple castle from Red and Blue. I like that. But even after that nice assault, oh, Red didn't build anything because he wanted to go in. Very interesting. But there is trade being started by Mr. F Evil Lord. And these are going to be ranged. That is not a good idea. Those are slowly going to get taken down. But I do like the idea of having something right where your opponent is. If he could build a couple of traps, he could take this down and they could start pushing. Latest being produced on both sides, but these latest are not as strong. Also, you have to think to yourself, what is the point of going Imp if you're not going to get upgrades that are in that age? Because these guys, for example, still need... Oh, no, never mind. There's Shan corrected. He has all the upgrades on him. Knows he's going, and now I'm liking the composition a lot better from Red and Blue. But it does look like Green is outmassing and out-ecoing the Red and Blue team. Another Sable going up. Build some trebs, please. You could be taking all of this down. Yes, there's the trebs. And now, oh, he's gonna wall this with production buildings. That is really, really smart. That way, they can get out, but they can come in. Aha! Aha! And a little bit of a stone wall there. And now, how do you get in if you're green or if you're purple? Especially at this elo, that's going to be very, very tricky. They are taking advantage. Purple is taking this gold over here. Let's see. There is some trade going back and forth. Not a whole lot, but definitely a decent amount. 2 trade cards, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is what I was saying with the buildings. You want this to go in as straight of a line as possible. I mean, you can't make it perfect, but definitely can make it slightly more efficient. What is what? What are these? What are they doing? No, no, just has to delete them. That's really unfortunate. You can just leave them in there. An elite battle elephant has come out from green. Those are no joke, but how do you push this many Rattans? Blue is holding the line and is absolutely wrecking the purple. And let's see some health bars over here. Wow, absolutely wrecking this push. That is... Oh, but he is through now. He is through now. And if you can get those archer numbers down, that could be very, very devastating. But there's 2 more castles back here. Repair that castle, repair that castle, repair that castle. Very, very nice stuff over here. We do have Poop Lord Jr. He is worried. Don't destroy red and blue. They are here to stay. And wow, a lot of units being thrown away from green. I think you just kind of sit back and slowly push this castle, but you don't want your castle to go down as well, so I do see that logic. And wow, these elephants, man, they're tanky boys. They're super tanky, but now slowly retreat like that. Halberdier coming out. That castle is going to... Oh, you can use rams against trebuchets as well. That is very good. Looks like the trip's gonna go down. It does go down. That castle stays up. And, ooh, it is looking worse and worse for blue. Where is red? Red, you have all this force in reserve. Do something with it, please. It also doesn't seem like purple is contributing very much to this fight. And these Rattans are absolutely demolishing these elephants. There's even helps in there. And here comes the force, the AI army from red, ready to do some work. And the last elephant falls. And if red gets this treb over there, they could push. They could actually push. They could clear out these trebs. Definitely want to clear out these trebs. I hope they don't get scared because there's a castle there. Very nice. Very nice indeed. These trebs are all going to go down. And now you just gotta make sure that their castle goes down as quickly as possible. Wow, very, very good to hold in that particular situation. If you are purple now, you want to target these Rattans because they have low HP and they have high damage output. So that is something that you can do. Even though you don't have any military here, I know that. You can still contribute by means of your castle fire and kill a lot of these Rattans because they will just target the closest unit to them, which is probably going to be these rams. But that's a minor thing. I think this castle should go down. Definitely want to target the units that are targeting your units. It's a little risky here. 1 or 2 shots, and oh, you don't want to shoot with your mangonel on a castle, especially if you have units around there. They're going to be targeted. And I like how the Rattans are being run around. And that castle does go down. That castle does go down. Seeing what value you can get out of the Rattans. Definitely want to produce more Rattan archers. Are these elite yet? They are elite Rattans, and those are dangerous. And I think, oh, is blue just going to run them into this ether? That would be beautiful. He's doing some microing over here, but it is tough. Meanwhile, red's army has been completely cleared up, and Paladin from our Lithuanian player. It does have some of those relics. Should get some more of those upgrades for sure. Want to get those imp upgrades. That could be very, very, very devastating as well. Slowly things are being trebbed down. And the score is still looking quite in favor of green and purple, but I will say very, very nice hold there. They're trying to build a more defensive castle over here, and here come the light cap. If they can just run by into the eco like they did before, but doesn't look like they're gonna have that much success this time. We have a total of, oh, I'm on Pink's perspective. Let's see, a total of 6 light cap. Ooh, they have to make it past 2 more castles, and these light cap are already dead before they even arrive to do some raiding with it. R2, dodge! Dodge, zip, duck, and dodge. One of them, oh no! I was about to say one of them does get through. This is disastrous over here as these troops get cleared out. These are no joke paladins, especially since they're Lithuanians, although do need that armor upgrade. That's definitely something that could be gotten. But this is a tough area to push, and I wonder, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, haha. You realize that you couldn't. Onagers can cut through trees. It doesn't think there's a tiny little tree there. Oh, that's. Well, we'll keep you updated on the progress there. Couldn't quite get through. That's hilarious. But yeah, this could be really, really devastating. But that's a lot of trees they still have to chop through, and you gotta be sneaky. You can't go where this castle is. You have to go all the way around. Meanwhile, oh man, just gotta hold this position. Hope that you have enough. A lot of blue villagers idle here. Definitely want to put those back to work somehow, some way. Maybe chopping some wood. Also want to refresh your lumber camps as a crater is forming for both red and. What is this? Okay, so think about this. What does this castle protect for you? I mean, if you put it like here, okay, it protects all of your farmers. Over here, you don't have any eco. Your opponent is not going to want to go just to take out that castle. An elite battle elephant from Vietnamese as well. They do have that unique tech that really boosts their battle elephant strength. And as long as red and blue can hold, they do have this sneak coming over. I think green and purple are completely content just booming and pushing over here. Bombard cannons. Now the elite elephants are sent forward. That's a lot of stuff here though. And if this does go down, I would say Stonewall behind here. Stonewall behind, and you definitely want to have both armies fighting at the same time. But look at these onagers. These onagers might be doing more harm than good. And I love the siege tower. Yes, siege tower. I think this is going to hold. Yeah, send that siege tower all the way to that siege over there. Oh, nice play from red. Nice play on Garrison. And yes! Oh, man. Bombard cannons are not cheap. They are holding for the time being. If they can hold just a little bit longer. And look at this. Red is coming in the clutch. Having some struggles for sure, but now coming in with those latest 4 attack on these boys. Missing 1 armor upgrade, but that's not the worst thing in the world. And trying to just hold this position. Trebs now coming forward. They definitely want to snipe these Trebs because that could be devastating. Meanwhile, their sneak attack is slowly but surely getting there. And it actually looks like it has a good trajectory and could absolutely clean up that bad eco. Yes, take out those Trebs. Buy yourself some more time. As long as these castles stay up, they should be in a fairly good position. I also like how blue is grouping up his units over here. Green, you definitely want to group up your units and send them in all together. And I haven't seen much military. Oh, paladins. Paladins are expensive. You want to have a lot of trade. You probably produce infinite paladin. If this game goes super duper late, definitely want to group. Oh, yeah, see, because they're walking over to the waypoint that you set, and they're already losing a lot of HP before they get there. So what I like to do is I like to put my waypoint somewhere safe, group them up, and then send them in all together. But look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. Let's go to Green's perspective real quick and see if he can see this. No, he cannot. He cannot see this yet. And wow, the patience of blue to go all the way around. He has no idea. He has no idea. Oh, this could still be winnable. this could still be winnable for red and blue. What a game. This middle area is definitely tough to push. You need trebs, you need this to stay alive, and more barracks are being built over here. But you were chopping trees. Be very quiet. Oh my gosh. The light cap stream in. Oh no, they're attacking the farms, attack the villas. I just click the villager and absolutely gets demolished. Oh my goodness. Green's eco is in shambles right now. I wonder if they've realized, are they sending back units? Yeah, they are sending back units. They have realized now at this point that there is a whole lot of attacking going on in the back. And there are onagers just devastating. Absolute glory here. Town bell is being rung. Definitely think that that was a good call in this situation just because so much eco was exposed. I normally say what you want to do is select and hit Alt, and that way you only select the villagers and the eco, and that way you keep them safe. There's also trade here, so it would make it really messy. But oh no, this army's on a stand ground. It's not attacking, and trade carts are getting cleared up, and more light cap are getting streamed in through this channel, completely negating this over here. And now these elite battle efforts clean up over here, and blue is all over the place, all over the place. They're idle. Their eco is completely idle at this point. I wonder if purple's villagers are going to be dying pretty soon. And Hussar over here. But what can you do? More and more of these light cap are streaming in. They are getting cleaned up. I think you need to stop at this point and ball up. And maybe even wall over here. But my goodness, this is devastating to the eco. And oh my goodness, look at all these fellows over here. Wow, that is a lot of dead villagers for evil lord. How many are you going to kill? Are these fellas going to clean up these light cap eventually? But my goodness, that is a lot of dead villagers for sure. Meanwhile, still more light cap are getting streamed in over here. And now the battle elephants are pushing in the middle. Very nice play. If you can keep making... Oh no. Oh, they are getting converted by the monks. That is why you don't see elite battle elephants in professional play very often, because they're such an expensive unit and your opponent can simply convert them with monks. That is rough. I mean, if we look over here, we can see that there are 3 or 4 of these battle elephants that are actually not fighting for purple. Meanwhile, it does look like there's a really awkward fight going on in this show. Doesn't quite seem like blue can push through over here anymore. Karambit's going in. You want to send as many helps as you have over to this area because you know he's flooding in light cap. I will say the patience on that though. And there is a castle over here, which also I think, just like this castle over here, is not a great castle. Although, that being said, if they do chop through the wood lines, maybe that's what they were thinking, because that's what they were going to do themselves. Wow, what a game we have had so far. Absolute craziness. Fighting going on over the middle. It does look like this has been cleared, and now green is like, oh, thank you for making a path for me. We will be heading over shortly, and I don't know if blue knows this, because elite scrum is nice and all, but Vietnamese actually allow you to get imperial scrum. And another castle going up, that's very nice. Do want to push. Oh, she could sniper Roni. Don't want to lose this to the castle fire though. And you definitely want to be producing. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh, you knew that green was going to be using this. I would have loved to have seen a onager come along from green, and then what you can do is, once he's blocked this off, you just surprise and break open these trees. There's no walls there. One hit and your units are in. And hussars are after going to shred these skirms. But that being said, there's not enough attack or armor upgrades on them. You want to get all the upgrades. You are an imp. Get every single upgrade you can for the units that you are producing. Especially if you're producing a lot of them, it's going to get you a lot of value, and it does look like Murder Holes is in, so that is going to kill that one. And this eco is going to be rated over here. Meanwhile, green is slowly pushing forward, but they just put some archers behind over here. That should clear that up. Monastery, so it does look like they have some monasteries, but you want to be building, yes, trebs, and treb down that castle as fast as you can. Another castle coming up. Wow, I really like how, and green is stuck. This is a trap. This is a total trap. Now all blue has to do is wall behind, wall behind, wall behind, wall behind. He needs onagers here. He needs onagers here. But I like how he actually sent them to. Yeah, exactly. These are not going to get through anytime soon. Wow. Redirected his opponent's army very, very close. And he does know about Imperial Skirm because Imperial Skirm is here. Meanwhile, there's Trebs over here trebbing this castle down. There's Trebs over here trebbing these monasteries down. Do need to focus on that castle a little bit in my opinion. But hey, this is a nice push. You have Cap coming out. I don't think red you need to be making skirms. There's plenty of skirms already here. And actually, since you're teamed up with blue, you are also able to make Imperial Skirm, which is kind of cool in my opinion. Yeah, if your teammate is Vietnamese, knowing your civs is definitely a huge advantage. And this castle looks like it's going to stay up for the time being, but should be able to get pushed down pretty soon. But yeah, you're not getting through here without an onager. That's what I was saying. Make sure that you're getting an onager here. Just build some stuff behind over here. And onager is being produced now, I think. I don't know if that, nope, that is not going in the right spot. Definitely want to take down this castle. Oh, these skirms are just dying for free. Oh, what are these targeting? What are these targeting? Yeah, you want to target that castle. Target the castle for sure. I like how they like kind of slid into position. What a game. I really do enjoy this game. It's so messy. I do like the sneak. The sneak was brilliant. And now, all of a sudden, look at the score. The players who you may be considered less, I don't know, potent, less click intensive, less of a micro nerd, well, they're the ones that now have control of this game. And the reason that they have control of this game is because of their strategy implementation. And that's what I really love about Age of Empires. Sometimes it's not about being faster. Sometimes it's about implementing the right strategy for a right situation. And one thing that really, 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 really helps is knowing your civs. And blue does. He has Imperial Skirm over here. I would love to see more Rattan archers, but he's probably low on gold. Let's see. Yeah, doesn't have a whole lot of gold. That is going to be an issue. Would be maybe worth setting up some trade, but he can make Imperial Skirms forever. 60 Imperial Age Skirms more because I can't select them all. And there's just a ton of trash units here. And maybe you want the red player in this situation to go Hussar and just spam as much Hussar as possible. But this push is happening. Meanwhile, this push is stalled, but oh! Uh-oh. Yep. Green was like, okay, you can... Oh man, this game might switch right here, right now. It looks like... No, don't click that way. Oh, this is what I was talking about before. Chop through these trees, and this game could swing right back because all their eco is back. All the woodcutters, and like how he refreshed his lumberjacks, he does need as much wood as possible because he is going for that elite skirm. and this army has not been doing anything for green for the longest time. 50 army has not been contributing to the fight, more even streaming in, but now it could absolutely devastate the eco of and does blue realize this? Oh, he should be able to see this. Oh no. I mean, I would look over here, and here great progress is being made, don't get me wrong. Absolutely clearing out the center, and oh, blue has realized, he is walling. Okay, wow, clutch to recognize that, super clutch. Oh wow, he just needs to make sure that they don't get surprised over here. He's saying there's a castle, please make sure that you are taking care of that with your trebs. Red doing his part. Bombard cannons over here. Oh, it was the bombard cannon that took out the onager. Another bombard cannon being built. And now it looks like there's another chop through. As long as they can protect this area. Oof. I wonder maybe you go over this way and come in over here. You know that there's a bombard cannon there. And these guys are eating dirt. Meanwhile, the push forward is slowly occurring. It's very hard to push, but wow, that is a lot of onagers from pink. Wonder if this is going to be pushable for them. What a game. No, it just needs one shot. It's out of range. And they're through. Oh, this is disastrous. This is disaster. They are going to be all over Blue's eco at this point. Oh, nice shot to finish it off. Thankfully, there is a bombard cannon here, but oh man. And Red is signaling, hey man, they are through. Over here. Red even having some trade, which could be demolished. Wonder how these units are going to path, and my goodness. Villagers are being sent forward, maybe to build a castle or something to secure the stronghold position, but you want to move away from these bombard cannons. Every single time, it's one dead unit. 120 attack plus 4. Anything that hit is just going to die instantaneously. As long as they can hold this, yeah, they are coming back now. They have a whole bunch of helps. Red has realized Red is going to breach the gap. If they can just breach this gap and continue to push. Blue's like, no, we just push. We just go forwards and onwards, man. But this is actually, I think, much more important, because if green gets a foothold here, that could reach all of his eco, and I think he should have just sent the military that he had through. Those houses nobody cares about, but oh, barracks right on the front. Once again, there is a bombard cannon still here. I don't think green has recognized how much damage this bombard cannon is doing to his forces. If you're standing still and it hits something, boom, dead unit. Boom, dead villager. Boom, dead villager. Yeah, absolutely devastating. Boom, dead villager. And I think this push is stalled. I think blue and red might be able to do this. A lot of halves over here, just a lot of trash units, but they are slowly pushing. Green still retreating the villagers. Retreat! Cannot quite get through over here, and it looks like this push is going to be enough. And this is another thing, like, look how all these units from green and from pink are streaming in here one at a time. You want to clump these guys up. Clump them up right by the castle where they're safe, because they are running into, look at this, huge ball of red and a huge ball. They're just significantly outnumbered. You don't want that to be happening. And now, no way. It's still open. The green wall this. Oh, if you are gonna bend this, you want to wall it. Look at all the karambits over here. You wanted to send those free. You wanted to do something with those, I am sure. But slowly now, every single castle is being pushed. A lot is on the line. $1 million, as I mentioned before, but pop cap for 66 pop for bank. That is devastating. I think this should be in the bank now. He wants to produce more military over there. And let's see the pop 109 for purple and red. Almost full pop as well. They should have this at this point. They should slowly push this to victory, taking out castles at a time. And once again, if you're streaming units one by one, it's not going to end up in you holding this front, because they're doing so much more damage to you than you can ever push out against them. I mean, a lot of these champions, for example, they're not even getting a hit in before they die. Look at this. This guy's not hit anybody. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits before dying. And now the elephants are here, the elite scrims are here, there's more distraction going on this side. They know there's a channel there. It's a long way to cut through, but don't think that matters. I think what really matters is this front over here. If this castle goes down, that should be GG. But like I said, there's a lot on the line here. 2 million euros for the winning team, paid by their opponents. So Pengu and Evil Lord must not be feeling too good about their financial situation after this. I just completely made that up, by the way. They're but I'm sure blue and red will be teasing them about that. Two brothers on each side, and man, was it a valiant fight. Trying to push back over here. There is a lot of army over here, but once again, blue, he's a cheeky boy. He knows that once it goes wrong, just wall up behind, don't let him through, and continue the main push. Really good strategy choices from blue in this game, and very nice support from red. GG is called. Very, very good game indeed. A lot of fun. Let's quickly check out the statistics over here. And blue absolutely dominated. Good job, blue. Kill to death. Wow, look at that. 800 to 400, so that's about 2 to 1. About even for green. A little bit better for Evil Lord, and red definitely had some issues, but he did what he needed to do, and that is most important. They made a strategy and they made it work, and red in a very clutch moment pointed out to blue, hey man, green is coming in, you need to stop this or our entire ecos are going to be wrecked. Having a good spotter is also essential. Economy, most food, most stone, most gold. Wow. Evil Lord definitely had a lot of eco in all of this. Relics captured 2 and 2 and 1. I think in Pingu's situation, you give that to Evil Lord so that he gets an extra attack. And I think in Blue's situation, you give that to Red so that he gets the extra attack. But nothing wrong with any of it. And look at this timeline. What a battle. I'm so happy that I was able to cast this game. I hope you brothers have a lot of fun playing, and I can't wait to see and cast your next game. I hope you keep improving. I hope there were some things from this video that you saw, that you learned from, that you're going to take into your next game and play even better. And I can't wait to see where it takes you. I know that a lot of you have been continuously improving, and even send it out to the internet and ask other people how to improve. So very nice to see that. I hope you get as much enjoyment of Age of Empires as I do. And thanks for watching.